Crime Watch, there are new developments today surrounding the criminal case against Salinas City Councilman Jose Castaneda amid allegations of beating his girlfriend, ex-girlfriend. Today, Castaneda learned he will stand trial on those felony charges. Action News reporter Felix Cortez has a recap live from the Monterey County Courthouse in Salinas.
Well, Dan, that was the ruling handed down this morning after a preliminary hearing in which Jose Castaneda came face to face with his accuser. Fighting back tears, Councilman Jose Castaneda's ex-girlfriend described a late-night encounter in which she says Castaneda repeatedly hit her over the head and legs while calling her a lousy mother and accusing his ex of sleeping her way through her job.
I'm pleased with the evidence as it came out. It gave us access to a witness that previously was not available to us. And I think as this case continues, we're going to hear a lot more about what had transpired during that weekend.
We're not showing the councilman's ex-girlfriend because she's an alleged victim of domestic violence. Jane Doe testified Castaneda showed up at her home one late September night, forced her into a van, and assaulted her. The ex-girlfriend testified Castaneda showed up again the next night and violently beat on windows and doors, hoping to talk to her. Castaneda's attorney said the other side will come out in trial.
And obviously, credibility contests in a he said, she said type of case are reserved for a fact finder, which would be a jury in this case. And I think there's going to be a lot more about this case that everybody will learn. This is a case that's clearly going to a jury trial.
Castaneda going to trial on 3 felony counts of domestic violence, false imprisonment, and stalking. The most serious case yet for Castaneda, who has been dogged with controversy ever since being elected to the Salinas City Council 3 years ago. His attorney doesn't believe this is a case of political persecution, but feels Castaneda's controversy may have tainted this latest investigation.
It's no secret that my client has been a controversial public figure and that he has not made a lot of friends in a position of power due to the stances he took on behalf of his constituents. And so how that affected the investigation is going to remain to be seen.
Now, law enforcement and investigators have always said that Jose Castaneda has never been singled out or unfairly targeted in any of the cases against him, but we should note that in this current case, a felony conviction would mean that Jose Castaneda would immediately have to step down from his council seat. Castaneda has been ordered back to court December 17th, at which time a trial date may be set. Dan?
Felix, thank you. Castaneda was arrested September 11th on domestic violence charges. He was free a day later after posting a $100,000 bond.